Welcome. In front of me is a ULEFONE Armor 21, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this device. Okay, so to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen. Let me just get rid of this. There we go. Now here it looks like we do need to specifically swipe down from the top right side, as the left side gives us notifications. We're interested in the toggles. So once you get the toggles down, here you should find the screen recorder on one of the pages. We have multiple. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, so for me it's right over here. Now I do want to point out, if you don't see this toggle anywhere, you can add it by clicking right here on this pencil and then finding it somewhere below right here. When you do, you would just hold the dot toggle. The text right above here will change, as you can see. So now when you drag it above and drop it, it will stay here. So when we go back, you can actually see the toggle right here now. So anyway, from here, once you have the screen recorder added, you can hold it the first time. Nope, never mind. We don't have anything by holding it by the looks of it. Let's try that again. Yep, nothing. Okay, so we don't really have any options right here other than the ones that show up in a pop-up window that allow you to record either the single application or entire screen. And with the two options for audio recording, you have device, microphone, both. For both, I would recommend using headphones. Otherwise, you might have this echo effect, as the phone would record audio of the device internally through basically software, while it's gonna also come out to the speakers, and microphone might pick it up the second time. Now when it comes to the second option, it just records a semi-transparent gray dot where your finger was pressing the display to indicate that. I'll enable this just so you can see how that looks like. And I'm going to stick with the device audio. Now we can select start recording. This begins a 3-second countdown, and then with the notification usually begins recording. Okay, I guess there is no notification here, or might be muted. So anyway, whatever you'll open up right now would for the most part be recorded. Let's see, what do I want to open up? Photos maybe? Okay, it wants me to sign in or confronts me about it. Let's see, YouTube maybe. Oh, for God's sakes, how much dog shit can you show? Okay, anyway, I want to check if there's one more application just in case, called Netflix or Spotify, but it looks like there isn't one. So I'm going to talk about it, why I wanted to open it up. But for now, let's stop the recording by pulling down our notifications this time and selecting stop. So this will now save it to your Photos application. So I'll open that up. There we go. Now in Photos application, you'll find your screen recordings by navigating into Collections. Now under Collections, you should have a little bit of a different kind of appearance than I do. For me, I presume the screen recording will not be where I'm expecting it to be. Yep, by the looks of it. So I'm guessing that it's going to be right here in Albums and... nope, nothing. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. So it's on the device. And you can see right here, Movies. Typically, this would be somewhere like right here as these albums are. But someone here is assigned this specific album into the Google, into like a folder. So it's not showing up on the main collection page. But typically, you would have this show up. So anyway, you can see it right here, and I can play it back. Now, while this is playing back, I do want to quickly mention the reason why I wanted to open up Netflix was because of a feature, if you can call it a feature, on Android that basically prevents screen recorder from being able to see the screen. Now, this is typically done for, well, the idea of this feature is done for privacy and security of the user. And the best case scenario for this, where this actually makes sense, is for instance something like your bank application. You can't take a screenshot nor record screen in your bank application because it uses that security feature. And if you consider that you might have some kind of virus, malware that would basically try to spy on you, that would try to spy on you, this kind of thing or this virus wouldn't be able to see the screen with this feature. So that would be very beneficial to you, the privacy and security. Now, where it's being used in a way that it shouldn't be, it's, for instance, for applications like Spotify, Netflix, and any other streaming platform. Now, these aren't doing it for your privacy and security, they're doing it for their own privacy and security. And you might be asking, why should you give two shits about other applications' privacy or security? It's not your freaking business for your device to protect it. But unfortunately, you don't have anything to change. There is no option for you to disable, to get rid of this garbage. It's basically forced on you, and it's basically shut the hell up and consume kind of thing. Now, because I am a advocate for freedom, and especially when you buy your own device, you should have a full control over it. So because I genuinely despise this bullshit, we're gonna go into our browser and I'm gonna show you what you can use instead of Netflix or any other streaming platform to basically watch content. Now, you can record it too if you want to, and it's going to be actually free. Everything. So that would be the pstream.mov. There we go. I think I typed it in correctly, and I did. Now, there's a plugin which I do recommend actually installing, as it makes loading up all the content that is right here much faster, and it finds it easier, or finds like different repositories which are more reliable. You can use it without it, but I encountered sometimes that when you try to play something, just say I want to open this up, and there's the pop-up for this. So I'm going to use default setup, which doesn't include downloading any kind of extension. It's default setup. This will now try to look for, there we go, repositories, and sometimes it might not find any. So because of that, obviously you wouldn't be able to watch it. But this time around it found something. As you can see, it's loading, and you can skip the intro, which is pretty nice. Why is this? Oops, no, I by mistake closed it anyway. I wanted to get rid of that bullshit pop-up from Google at the bottom, because I never really wanted it to show up. But in any case, it works great. Now, there's another one, which is the, I think it's like this, ether.mom, right? Yep, I remember correctly. So that's another one, alternative, though this one is a little bit more annoying, as when I click anywhere on the screen, there we go, it reopens and opens up a new tab with an ad. Great. So that happens every so often. Like right now, as an example. It always does the action. As you can see, it tries to load it up, but the fact that any interaction causes the thing to basically go and open up an ad is a little bit annoying. And there we go again. So I prefer the first one. Now, that is great for videos and anything like that, and it can record this, no problem. There's no blacking, as it's running on your browser, and browser doesn't block it. Another thing that it can utilize is Revanced. That's going to be great for YouTube, music, and so on, so Spotify and stuff like that. For YouTube, it's actually pretty great, as you can watch videos without ads, and you can use it in background, which is basically what YouTube Premium is, but you get it for free, like you used to. But, you know, because of enshittification, it was taken away from you. So I highly recommend utilizing that if you like these features that you would expect from an application to be included by default. So yeah, anyway, with that being said, I hope you found this very helpful and informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.